Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to give infinity honors to our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers. Big ups to you brothers that's doing this truth sincerely, and not for vainglory, man. Big ups to the house of Dawadah, the house of King David. All right, the house of David. I'm going to jump right into this. It's going to be, Lord willing, an edifying video, all right? The name of this video is going to be called The Covetous Eyes. The Covetous Eye. The Covetous Eye. And my name is Priest Ahawan Mayum. I represent the Shepherds of Berea camp out here in Smyrna, Georgia. Okay? Let's jump right into it. So right here is a covetous eye. All right? On fire. All right? I'm going to jump right into it, okay? So, with the covetous eye, all right, is numerous examples on the covetous eye in the scriptures, man. But also, as you move in this thing we call life, you brothers got to be aware of demons and spirits that's out here, okay? Just had a little incident, little road rage incident. And to make a long story short, man, you got people that can envy you based on the car you drive. You got people that envy you, and that might make them drive crazier around you. You got people that might envy the type of woman you have because she might look better. You got people that, and these is all part of the algorithms, all part of what you got to understand and get by. And understand that it's people that's out here that got real demons on them, bro. You got to understand that when you walk and you dealing with people that's mean and evil, they suffering from the covetous eye. They don't want to be at work. They mad that you coming in there spending $200, They mad that they see brothers out here standing up strong, So I'm going to jump right into the covetous eye. This is Genesis 35:16. It says, and they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath. And Rachel traveled, and she had hard labor. Okay? Rachel was one of his, his woman. Okay? But she was having hard labor. She was carrying Benjamin. And when you go into it, Jacob had Leah. Okay? And Leah was the woman that he didn't want. He wanted Rachel the most. Guess Rachel looked better to the eye. But Leah, look what she produced. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun. Half the tribes came out of Leah. And also the tribe of Judah, where Yahushua Mashiach, who we ignorantly call Jesus Christ, he came up out of Judah. Okay? But we're going to go into it. Okay? So Rachel traveled. She was having hard labor, right? Rachel had Joseph and Benjamin. All right? And when you go into it, when she was giving birth to Benjamin, she passed away. And it came to pass when she was in hard labor that the midwife said unto her, fear not, thou shalt have this son also. And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin, all right, son of the right. And Rachel died. So just imagine that, okay? Jacob is grieving with the death of his wife. Okay? All right? But what happened was the Lord set it up. His midwife, who was who? Belha, all right? She comforted her. And that's why it's beneficial to have more than one woman, man. Okay? It's beneficial. All right? But, hey, I say it to you like this, brothers, man. We going to get it all in the kingdom. All right? It says, verse 19, and Rachel died and was buried in the way of Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave. That is the pillar of Rachel's grave until this day. All right? And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Edar. And it came to pass when Israel, talking about Jacob, dwelt in that land, okay, Jacob and his sons, that Reuben went and lay with Balha, his father's concubine. And Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12, man. So let's unpack this, right? So Reuben, the firstborn, he supposed to have been getting all the inheritance. Normally when you're the firstborn, there's benefits that come with it. Things supposed to be passed down to you, you know? And it's crazy because by Reuben messing up, remember Simeon and Levi, they went off, okay? So what happened was Jacob said, yo, he's going to make Judah the top head of the southern tribe. And he was going to make Joseph, Ephraim, the top head of the northern tribe. You see how that worked out? So here it is, you supposed to have been getting all the inheritance, all the blessings, you know. You supposed to have been the top men out of the clan, out of the 12. But look what he did. He had sex. Why would you want to have sex with her? Belha. Why would you want to have sex with Belha? Why? You took your funky ass all the way over here to lay with Belha. Don't you know Jacob already had sex with Leah, Zilpah, Rachel, and Belha, man? Jacob had sex with your mama, Reuben. He had sex with Simeon mama, Levi, Judah, Issachar mama, Zebulun mama, Gad, Asher, Ephraim, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali. He had sex with all eight mamas. So why would you want to go against the grain? He just lost Rachel, and that's how you repay your father? This is the shit that you do, man. These niggas be so jealous, is what I'm saying. This was his son. So imagine the regular 2/3 nigga in this world. Imagine. He was jealous, man. Man, I put you like this, man. If you was to have sex with somebody's sister, they would want to double back and have sex with their own sister. This is how crazy, how envious people are, man. And this was Reuben. And when you go into Reuben, okay, going to Reuben, you understand what? You understand what? Reuben means what? It means what? Roban. It means behold a son, or what? He saw a son, Ban. Like when brother said, Ban Yasha'Allah, son of Israel. All right? Behold a son, or he saw a son. But what happened with Reuben was he got hit with that damn Cupid. That's why we tell brothers to stay away from Valentine's Day, because what happened was he got hit with that lust demon. It says Cupid is the god of sexual love in ancient Rome. Okay? When you go to the image, this is what it is. Little naked babies hitting you with arrows. He got hit with that damn arrow. Cupidity. It means eager, desire to possess something. So Reuben was eager and desired to possess something. What, you wanted to have one up on your father? Huh? But he was covetous. That's what it was, brothers. And what you're going to realize that as you get older, you're going to see more and more covetous spirits. Okay? The word covetous means what?
Covetous.
Feeling, expressing, or characterized by a strong or immoderate desire for the possessions of another. So Reuben wanted the possession of his father. And what makes it so ill was that a lot of these people, they might want your woman, they might want your cars. They might be upset with you because you taller than them. They might be upset with you because you stand for something and they don't. A lot of your family members and your friends, they upset with you because you stand for something and they don't. You stand for something, brother. Jacob stood for something. And that enviness got to Reuben. So he wanted to one-up on his father. Now, I'm going to show you something that's powerful, and this is scary. It says Genesis 49:1, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Reuben, check this out. Thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. So he's telling Reuben, you're my might. You're my strength. You're my firstborn. But look what verse 4 said. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defilest thou it. He went up to my couch. So that means that Jacob said nothing all these years until his deathbed, man. Until his deathbed. He held that shit in, man. You burnt him. Your covetous eye burnt him. That's why he said you will not excel. You're not going to be the top in the northern tribe. I'm going to make Ephraim, Joseph, the top of the northern tribe. So, man, don't be covetous, man. Do not be covetous, man. Because it burns people, man. And just because somebody don't address it, don't mean that they don't know. Because when you read it in verse 22, he found out. And how do you think that made Dan feel? How do you think that made Benjamin feel? How do you think that made Naphtali feel? That you out here, you don't know how to control your wants and your needs and your desires, that you will pop their own mother, man. You got spirits out here, brothers. Y'all got to be careful who you let know things about you. All right? And you got to pray that the Most High protect you from these demonic spirits, man. Exodus 20:17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. So if you got a house and you see your neighbor working on something, you should not be like, damn, man, he just put this up, man. Damn, I want the same thing. Nah, you ain't supposed to want what your neighbor has, man. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. If you see your neighbor wife, you're not supposed to want your neighbor's wife, man. That's wicked as hell. That you would want to have sex with your neighbor's wife. That's demonic, man. When you see your neighbor and his wife, you say hi, good morning, and that's it. I mean, if you see something going on, you try to help out, but other than that, you don't have no communications with your neighbor's wife. Nor his manservants, because back then we was balling, we had servants. Nor his maidservants, nor his ox. In modern terms, a dual ox could be his car, his lawnmower, his pressure washer, his rims on his car, his possessions. You ain't supposed to want that. You could get your own. Nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's, man. You can't want what somebody else has, bro. You got to be comfortable in your skin and your own journey in life. If it's meant for you to have that, then the Lord going to bless you to have that. If it's meant for you to be 6'10", the Lord going to bless you to be 6'10". If you women that want bigger butts, if the Lord wanted you to have a bigger butt, you'd have had a bigger butt. Love yourself. Love what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua gave you, man. Somebody got a better car than you. Somebody got smaller feet than you. Somebody got a bigger house than you. Love what the Most High gave you, man. Do not take on that covetous eye, man, because it's detrimental. It's detrimental. And here goes a story. It says a U.S. man spends $170,000 on painful surgery to grow taller by 5 inches. So you mean to tell me each inch costs you over $30,000, dummy? Dummy? You want to know why that happened? A 41-year-old man in the U.S. underwent painful surgery to grow 5 inches after feeling insecure about his height. Moses, he got a biblical name, Gibson, originally 5'5", struggled to find a girlfriend because of his height. He was quoted as saying by the New York Post, so this man had demons on him. All over women. It says, I just didn't feel good about myself. I was unhappy about it most of the times. The Minnesota resident was quoted as saying, adding that he was subject to heightism. It was my self-confidence in general and with the ladies. It affected my dating life. I used to put things in my shoes to gain a little bit of height, but it wasn't very much. Guess what? You got men out here that do that. Stuff they pants with socks. You know, wear tighter jeans. Probably put a dildo on their pants to make it look like they got a bigger rod. That's evil, man. You got females that put on fake plastic bodies to make it look like they got something going on. It says, after initially turning to medication and a spiritual healer, which both failed, he started saving for the leg lengthening surgery, man. So this is what Esau's doing. Gibson saved $75,000 by working as a software engineer during the day and an Uber driver by night. So this dude was busting his ass. It's a whole bunch of things going on in this world today, and you have men out here that's focused on their own agenda. This is why our nation ain't shit. This is why the black and Latino and Native American nation is garbage, man. Because we got a bunch of people that just focus on their own selfish needs, man. He said while he was happy, he was not content. So it says he underwent the first surgery in 2016 where he gained 3 inches, making him 5'8". He said while he was happy, he was not content. After the first procedure, I was happy with it to some extent, but it was also in my mind that I wanted to do a second one to complete it. And he reportedly said, I'm a high achiever. I got the money and I can finish the journey. In 2023 of March, he gathered $98,000 and paid it towards another lengthening surgery. He hopes to add 2 more inches to his height. During this procedure, doctors reportedly broke the tibia and the fibula bones and screwed magnetic limb lengthening nails into them. He was put on powerful medication to cope with the pain. What happens if you get tackled real hard, if you fall? Them goddamn screws could pop out. Gibson has to use a height lengthening device 3 times a day in order to pull the cut bone apart a millimeter at a time. Used correctly, he will be 5 foot 10 inches by June. You see that? Look at him. Look at him. All screwed up together, bionic man. And this is how Esau wants you to have yourself. Going and getting all these surgeries, getting microchips, man. Do not be covetous, man. Appreciate what the Most High gave you, man. And I'm going to say that. You females that's suffering from body issues, love the fact that the Most High gave you a body. What you think you gonna be nice and tight all your life? Ephesians 5:5. For this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater. So pretty much what it's saying, man. No whoremonger. All right? You guys that want to pimp females and want to have all these females around. Nor unclean person. You got to be morally correct. Nor covetous man who is an idolater. So that man Moses that we read about, his idolatry was making himself longer and taller. Covetousness is idolatry, brothers. When you want what somebody else got, that's idolatry. You want his woman, you might as well put a poster up in your house and worship her. Because you're covetous, you greedy. Being a covetous makes you an idolater. Have any inheritance in the kingdom of Yamashiach and of the Most High. So with being covetous, guess what? You cannot enter in the kingdom of heaven, man. Your wants can become your idols, man. Love what the Most High gave you, man. I'm going to wrap it up, man. Sirach 14:8. The envious man have a wicked eye. You see that? The envious man, he envied. He used to see other players, other men taller than him, and used to envy that. You brothers got to remember, it's people out here that has an envious eye, a covetous eye. So everybody's not going to treat you like how another brother's going to treat you. You got to be careful, man. The envious man have a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth men. See, that's a selfish fucking spirit, man. These people are turning their back on the greater good of helping out their nation just to focus on his own personal gain. The envious man have a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth men. You focusing on your own ambitions and what you, instead of you looking at the bigger picture, man. Verse 9, a covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion. He's not happy with his portion. You brothers got to be happy with your portion. If you got a brother that know more precepts than you, hey. If you got a brother that can speak better than you, hey. It is what it is. Every man has their own gift. Be satisfied with your portion. If the Most High gave you a pound of meat and gave somebody else 10 pounds of meat, be happy with your portion. And the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. Drieth up his soul. So you being covetous is only going to do is shrink your own soul. Don't do that, man. Do not do that, man. In this society, guess what? A covetous man is put in high regard, man. This is Psalms 10:3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart desire and blesses the covetous. So in this society, people that are covetous get the most blessings because it's ran by the wicked, whom the Lord abhorreth. So the Lord hates the wicked and the covetous. He don't like that. But in this society, they get rewarded. Verse 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance, right, will not seek after the Most High. Meaning what? They'll do their own thing. You don't think Reuben could have asked the Most High, Father, take this spirit up off me? Pray. God is not in all his thoughts, man. You see that? These people present themselves like they are royalty and they believe in the Most High and they evil as shit, man. And to prove that, when you look at what happened a few weeks ago, you had the royal family doing a what? Coronation of King Charles III. Now look at these people. They all dressed in white, which means pure, crowns on their head, scepters, and you know what I'm saying? But they evil as shit. You want to see why? Check this out. You see? You see? So they doing things right before your damn eye. Here it is, a coronation. They got a goddamn Grim Reaper walking past. Now they going to try to say, oh, that's not what that means. Why would they do that, man? They doing heavy demonic witchcraft, man, on you people and on national TV. On national TV. So don't be out here coveting what these people want. So what if they on TV? They into demonic stuff, man. It says this shady character was not expected to be seen as Westminster Abbey during the coronation, for sure. You see? These people are playing a demonic game. Of course, they're going to say, no, this was this, and you know, this is, no, these dudes is playing, man. Everybody else dressed in white and in royalty, and you got a goddamn Grim Reaper coming across the television screen. So do not covet what these people want, because you don't know what the hell these people are into. When you see somebody getting something, you don't know what they into. 1 Corinthians 14:39. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophecy. So if you're going to be eager or desire anything, desire that you prophesy the coming of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. And forbid not to speak with tongues, man. All right? Forbid not. Meaning if you know different languages, man, forbid not to speak with tongues, man. Use it. Use it. Not talking about a language that you cannot interpret, man. So if you want to covet anything, man, covet prophecy, man. Covet prophecy, man. Don't covet that brother woman. Don't covet that brother's house. Don't covet that brother's car. Don't covet that brother's business. Don't covet that brother's relationship with his family. Do not covet that, man. Covet prophecy, man. With that being said, Kahala, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers that's doing the truth sincerely and not for vainglory. Shalom. Kwam Yashala.